Washington, BM, America has such incredible weapons systems that the world does not yet know about, US President Donald Trump said on September 10, speaking to reporters before flying to Michigan. Learn BulgarianMilitary.com. Read more. The infrastructure for deploying the Sarmat ICBMs is already fully prepared. We have some systems that no one knows about. To be honest, it seems to me that it would be better to keep this way. We have some incredible systems, said the head of the Oval Office. This statement was made by the American leader in response to a request to comment on the theses from the book of the American journalist Bob Woodward Rage, namely, the fact that Donald Trump, speaking with this journalist, said that the United States has a new nuclear weapons system, which neither Russia nor China has yet. Trump added that the country's military is now stronger than ever. During his term as president, the army received $2.5 trillion, and new missiles were developed. I hope we never have to use it, but our nuclear weapons are now in their best condition over the past decades, the president summed up. We remind you that on September 9, the Washington Post published excerpts from the book by Bob Woodward on U.S. nuclear weapons developments. The publication writes that Woodward's sources in the Defense Department confirm that the United States has a new secret weapons system. However, the same sources are perplexed why Trump disclosed information about the existence of this system. Trump announced Super Duper missile, but some experts believe it's not big deal. US President Donald Trump said on May 15 that the United States is currently working on a missile that will fly 17 times faster than the current missiles. Read more. US prepares tough response to Russian Sarmat ballistic missile. We call it a Super Duper missile. And I heard that it is 17 times faster than what it is now, Trump said in the White House. According to him, at the same time, Russia has missiles 5 times faster than conventional ones, and China is developing missiles that can move 5 to 6 times faster than existing models. Without specifying which missiles he had in mind, Trump emphasized that the US-developed missile is the fastest in the world. At the same time, he stressed that the United States has no other choice due to the presence of rivals. According to military expert, chief editor of Arsenal magazine Viktor Murakovsky, the Super Duper missile is an AGM-183A hypersonic missile designed for the benefit of the US Air Force. As I understand it, we are talking about a hypersonic missile that the US Air Force is developing under the AGM-183A program. According to their calculations, it should reach a maximum speed of 20 Mach, and its estimated firing range will be about 900 kilometers, Murakovsky said. He noted that there is no big breakthrough. Well-known materials and technologies are used. In fact, this is an aeroballistic missile starting from an air carrier. It accelerates with a solid fuel stage, and then the hypersonic block itself flies along a ballistic trajectory, the expert explained. As noted by Murakovsky, it raises great doubts that the detachable warhead of the rocket is capable of maintaining high speed at altitudes below 4 to 5 kilometers, and most likely, the claimed 17 to 20 sound speeds were calculated for the flight of the rocket with an accelerator in the stratosphere, at an altitude of more than 10 kilometers, where the atmosphere is much less dense. That is, while such statements about such speeds, of course, are more in the field of PR, he said. Read more. US tested 50-years-old nuclear intercontinental ballistic missile, still in service. The editor-in-chief of Arsenal magazine also noted that the United States was unlikely to manage a controlled flight of the AGM-183A at a speed of about 20 sound speeds. In early February this year, it became known that the U.S. presidential administration Donald Trump proposes to spend $3.2 billion on the continued development of hypersonic missiles in fiscal year 2021. In the second half of March, the Pentagon announced a successful test in Hawaii of a rocket capable of moving at a speed several times greater than the speed of sound. US will have a new intercontinental ballistic missile and it will be made in Utah, as we reported yesterday, September 10. The United States will have a new intercontinental missile and it will be made in Utah on the site of the American company Northrop Grumman. The contract is worth nearly $13 billion and was won by Northrop Grumman after refusing another form of tender, namely Boeing. The idea for a new U.S. intercontinental missile came from the country's Navy, and the tender for the development of this type of missile was announced in 2010. Northrop Grumman and Boeing had remained the two finalists in 2017, but at the last minute the Chicago-based Illinois company decided to withdraw. The American media claim that Boeing's withdrawal from the project is due to dissatisfaction on the part of the company with the conditions of the final part of the auction. Logically, Northrop Grumman, as the last bidder and did not express any disagreement, won the tender. Thus, in the coming years, the new intercontinental ballistic missile will be developed and tested, which will be a real ground-based deterrent and aims to replace the obsolete Minuteman III. The project also involved American companies Aerojet Rocketdyne, Bechtel, Clark Construction, Collins Aerospace, General Dynamics, HDT Global, Honeywell, Kratos Defense, L3 Harris, Lockheed Martin, and Textron Systems. As already mentioned, Utah will host the production and testing of the new American missile. Additional information regarding the terms of the agreement has been kept secret and has not been disclosed, and this may happen in the coming years, at one stage in the development of the intercontinental ballistic missile. Read more. US sold powerful radar systems to Saudis as part of missile defense in the region. What is known so far is that this missile should use Mk.12A and Mk.21 warheads, which means that several W-78 and W-87 nuclear warheads will be able to be placed. The capacity of the W-78 is 350 kilotons, the W-87 to 300 kilotons. Also, according to information from some American media, a very serious modernization of the control systems, which are currently used for the current intercontinental ballistic missile Minuteman III, is forthcoming. Apparently, this missile will serve as a basis for the development of a new ground deterrent. According to the official information from the tender, the new intercontinental ballistic missile should enter service in the late 1920s, 2029, and remain in military service at least until 2075. Follow us everywhere and at any time. BulgarianMilitary.com has responsive design and you can open the page from any computer, mobile devices or web browsers. For more up-to-date news from us, follow our YouTube, Reddit, LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook pages. Do not miss the chance to subscribe to our newsletter. Subscribe and read our stories in News 360 app in App Store or Google Play, or in Feedly app in App Store or Google Play. Subscribe to Google News, be a reporter, write and send your article. BulgarianMilitary.com editorial team. Let's block ads.
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.